I've made a few videos about investing, but one thing I've never really explored is day trading. And that's because day trading is considered pretty risky, most day traders lose money, and overall, it can be really confusing if you're new to it. The draw of day trading is that you can pretty much do it anywhere, and potentially within just the first hour or two of the day, you could make a profit. But the research shows most people don't end up making money day trading. Either way, I'm interested to see what this world is all about, so for fun, I'm gonna day trade with $1,000 that I'm okay losing if I do, and we'll see what happens. Of course, being new to this, I need to actually learn how to day trade and find a strategy. First things first is learning how the heck to do this because it's like another language. I find the whole thing very confusing, but I wanted to at least find a strategy to go into this with. I know I'm not going to be an expert overnight, but if I can at least have one thing to go off of, I think that'll be better than just, picking things randomly. So I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos until I found a strategy I thought made sense. I didn't want to learn every strategy out there and get overwhelmed and confused. I just picked one and decided I'll test it out. And then I watched some videos about the trading app I decided to use called Moomoo. Any more advanced trading app is going to be kind of intimidating at first because there's a lot of graphs, just a lot of information that I wasn't used to seeing. So not only did I need to familiarize myself with the strategy, but also really familiarize myself with this app. And I found the easiest way to do this was by paper trading and watching YouTube tutorials. So this app Moomoo is pretty advanced, but it has a lot of benefits if you're day trading and even if you're doing long-term trading. The nice thing about Moomoo is it has both an iPhone app and a desktop app. Like most brokerages, it's free to trade on this app. It also has free level 2 market data and a number of other features I'll go over later that are good specifically for day trading and also for long-term trading. And if you guys want, you can get up to 4 free stocks when you download Moomoo and fund an account, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. Okay, so I'll quickly explain the strategy I decided to use in the least confusing way that I can. So the strategy I decided to test was utilizing this candlestick looking graph. So basically when I see this blue line cross with a green candlestick and then the next candlestick moves up above it, that should hypothetically mean that it's on an upward trajectory like you see here. So that's what I'm looking out for. So as a resident of the West Coast, I did have to wake up pretty early to start this day trading. I woke up about an hour before the market opened so I could eat and have some coffee. Stock market opens in about 10 minutes. So I'm getting everything set up. So one thing that's kind of a bummer is because I don't have $25,000 in my account in this thing called the PDT rule, I can only make 3 round trip trades in 1 week. And I'm gonna do them all today, most likely. So I really got to pick wisely what my 3 trades are going to be. So I actually prepared the day before researching what stocks were going to have a lot of volume of trading. So I decided to check out AMC, Apple, and NEO. Okay, so we're just going to go full screen here. I've got Moomoo up on my computer, my laptop, and my phone so I can look at different graphs, have a few different screens open. I feel like all the day traders do that. They have like 3 or 4 screens. So we've got 1 minute to go and let's see where we're at. AMC is starting a little lower today than their high yesterday. So I'm looking at that, probably gonna buy some of that. When I look in the comments on Moomoo, I can see where other people are also gonna be buying and interested. Okay, all right. So I guess here we go. Okay, and we're going. Oh my God. All right, so what's happening? So the first 30 minutes of the day were a roller coaster of the prices going up and down like crazy. AMC's down 6% already, and Apple, so I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, so really just seeing a downward trend here so far. AMC's down 17%. It's all happening so quick, I don't know what to do. Oh geez, it's going back up. It's going back up. Let's just buy like 2 now, just cause it's going back up. So I bought 2 shares of AMC at 51, I believe. Let's see. It's crazy how this is all happening within a matter of like 5 minutes. It bounced down 16% and now it's making its way back up. So far I'm glad I tried to buy a little bit. Let's take a look at Apple. What's Apple doing here? So I ended up buying 2 shares at $51 and 2 more shares at $54, which was kind of around where it opened at. Now in hindsight, this wasn't the best time to buy, but not the worst. So I continued to monitor what was happening while also watching along to other traders that were live streaming on YouTube. The first hour of the day is the most volatile because that's when the most volume of trading is happening. Taking a look at my positions, AMC is trading again. It's down 21%. So yeah, we'll see. It broke into the 40s. Oh no. It's now down 30%. Not me wanting to buy more. So knowing AMC is really volatile, I wasn't super worried and I thought there was a large chance it would go back up. So of the $1,000, I'm only risking right now $468. And I just bought normal stocks. So the worst I can do is lose $468, but there's no way Apple's gonna go down to zero. So now I'm just really watching to see when to sell. Okay, it's now 7:25, and I mean, since I have this all in an app and I'm not actually actively like looking and searching as much, I'm just kind of monitoring what I've already got going on. Oh, okay, AMC's going back down. You know, if we can just not lose any money today, that would be the move. So at this point, I was down $24. Not terrible because I didn't risk a ton of money, but also not great. Okay, so it's an hour and 15 minutes after the market is open, and NEO is, as we can see, pretty high. It's at $42, and that's good for today. It opened at $41. I'm just gonna set a limit order to sell it at $43. By doing this, I would ensure it would sell with a profit of 1 or 2%, which sounds like nothing, but in the world of day trading, that's actually pretty good, because if you're trading with $100,000, then you just made $1,000 in a day. NEO isn't really that volatile, so it's not like I'm really making that much off of this one. As a total noob at this, like don't really know what I'm doing, I look at this graph and I see how it's way at the very top, and I'm like, okay, I feel like it's gonna go down at some point today, and so I might as well cut my losses at this. So if I sold at this point, I think I would have made like 1%, but I wanted to wait and see if it would go up more. NEO ended up not being a great one to trade because it just wasn't really that volatile. Okay, so it is now 8 a.m. I'm back inside and AMC is at $43. So I really thought at this point over here where it was, you know, it looked like it was going up and it was just gonna keep going up. It really did. It looked like it, and it didn't. It really, I mean, I am tempted to buy some more to make up the losses I have, but I also don't want to like lose more. AMC is now at $39 a share. It's down 35% today. Then things started to turn around. As you can see, AMC was starting to go up. All right, I just got an alert that AMC hit $60. I think it's still on an upward trajectory. I think it's gonna hit $70. So my game plan before I even started trading was to sell if it hit $70. The only issue is it might not ever hit $70, so that's the risk I'm taking. So on my computer, it's showing me I've made 14% on AMC, so I've made $30. I'm actually up on everything now. Hey, I don't wanna get too greedy. I mean, 14% is good as it is. Oh, now we're at 12. Oh my God, just crazy how things change. I realized that AMC was the one that carried the most risk, so I paid the most attention to this stock. It fluctuated so many times, bouncing below and above what I bought it for, until at one point I was up about 25%. So this is what it looks like. I mean, this is probably so confusing to most people watching, but basically I feel like it's kind of showing that this upward trend is slowly moving to downwards. So at this point, AMC was all the way up to $68 a share, meaning I would make a 27% profit and take home $57. That would be a great return, but I was still convinced it was gonna hit $70. And this was really my downfall, you guys. I should have just sold at $67. Yeah, let's just watch what happens next. All right, things are definitely going back down. So it's like, do I take my 15% or do I keep risking it? So I started to realize it was going on a downward trend and it wasn't going to hit $70. Even though I could clearly see it was trending downwards, I was still hoping it would hit 70 for some reason because I had that in my head, but I definitely should have just sold at 67. And so let's just get this sold. If it hits, I now have it. Yeah, if it hits 67, then we're good. It already has hit 67 today, and yesterday it was like 70. So I think it should be able to. Of course, there's always the chance though that it will take a turn. And it continued to go down, so I changed my game plan to sell at $65. You can see AMC dipped, but I held, and it's climbing back up to 58. I realized I really had it good at a 20 or 30% return, and I should have just taken those profits. Stop. Guys, it's going down. I feel so stupid. It's going down even more. So when I zoom out, I know it's not showing an upward trend, and it seems like the chances of that turning around in the last 8 minutes is kind of unlikely. So I might just want to cut my losses here or take my profits. I'm still profiting a little bit.
So I just continued to watch it go down and eventually decided I should just sell before I lose money.
Oh, and I sold. Okay, I was just gonna say I changed my order to sell at 55 and it hit it and it sold. And you know, I don't feel amazing about it. Oh, of course now it's climbing up a bunch. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Wasted my whole morning for like $4. It's fine.
So in the end, I ended up making $8.57 day trading. Not great, but at least I didn't lose money.
Yeah, not great. Considering most day traders actually lose money, I guess it's not so bad. At one point, I would have been up $50 had I just sold AMC when it was around 65, 66. Kind of regretting that. Yeah, that was a roller coaster of a morning, and I feel like I need a nap because I woke up at 5 for this. So obviously $8 is really not a lot and doesn't really feel like it was worth the time spent, but part of the reason was I just didn't put that much money at risk. If I was working with $100,000, even just making 2% would be $2,000 in a day. At one point, I would have been at like 20, 25%, but it's super risky. You could make that, but you could also lose that. And you're gonna spend a lot of time doing it and you might not make anything, or worse, you might lose. I honestly am still confused by a lot of aspects of day trading and what each and every term and different thing means, but I feel like I know a good amount more about it after doing this. I really did like the Moomoo platform. It just gave way more information than most retail trading apps give you. It gave you the level 2 market data. It shows you what stocks are hot and which have a lot of people trading on them. There's also a stock screener, which a lot of retail trading apps don't have. So you can put in different criteria you're looking for. Say you're looking for something that made a 5% gain yesterday. You can put that in and has a market cap of $10 billion. So basically you're looking for a volatile company that is really large, and this will show you a list of all of those so you can see what you might want to trade the next day.
It also has a paper trading feature, so you can practice trading without actually risking any money. It simulates the actual stock market, so you don't risk anything. So this is a good way to dabble in day trading without losing any money. At the end of the day, day trading is really risky. I want that to be clear. I just really did it for the entertainment of this video, and just know if you're doing this, you know, it is risky. For most people, it really does make more sense to just buy and hold at longer periods of time. I think that makes the most sense for me, and that's something you can totally utilize Moomoo for as well. I mean, the app is free, you get free stocks for signing up, so it's really worth checking out because you do get a lot more information within it than you get with most retail trading apps. Okay, I hope you guys learned something from this video or enjoyed me stressing out over stocks for 10 minutes. Thank you to Moomoo for sponsoring this video. I'll have it linked down below. This is the app that I use throughout this whole video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!